Hello guys, this is Vysh. So the Save Lakshadweep campaign is everywhere in the news, and we, as part of our Vysh news updates, thought of covering it because requests have been come from students and my friends and colleagues. So many people have told me like this issue are like going like one way direction, like one party is telling the one way and the other party is telling the other way. So we need the entire fact. We need the analysis of everything. So this video will be very detailed, and it will show you every issue. At least 12 issues I have taken up with 12 different slides. And before that, we'll discuss about Lakshadweep Island as such with 4 to 5 slides and a response to some of the hate speeches which we got even before we made such a video. Okay, so entire thing will be there. I'll be talking very fast also. So in case it is like too much fast for you, please reduce the speed to 0.75x. Okay, but every slide will be detailed. You can even pause and read what is going, what is being explained. Okay, everything I've put down as text format also. So please subscribe to this channel because a lot of effort is being put to give the right knowledge to you from the right sources. Okay, in Kerala, a lot of film actors are being supporting this. A lot of sportsmen are supporting this. So it's like a very big issue now. Okay, people, social media, Kerala news media, then in North Indian media, okay, and many YouTubers are doing this, and even to international level it has gone. So I will tell you how it went to international level. That also I will tell in this video. So please subscribe because this is an effort to give you the right knowledge. So there are certain disclaimers before we go into the detailing of this video. All the information based in this is based on internet research. Okay, everything is taken from the internet, which you can also go and verify. And always we try not to hurt any sentiment. Okay, we don't want anybody to feel bad, whether it's people from Kerala, people outside Kerala, people who supports BJP, people who don't support BJP. Everything, we don't intentionally do anything. We do not claim that we are entirely right also, but you can go and confirm whether anything which we told is incorrect. Okay, then from your feedback and comments, we are happy to learn and enhance our knowledge. So please feel free to discuss in comment section of whatever extra knowledge you have. Okay, so people will able to learn that also. And the video, as I told, will be detailed. It can be lengthy, not like the other 10 minutes, 15 minutes video where you tell like, okay, this government is completely wrong or this government is completely right. They just tell their stand and leave it. That's why the video lengths are very short and people just take that and forward here and there. Okay, whichever they feel it's like in support of them, they share. But you have to know both sides. Both sides discussed in a single video in English language. I think it's not there in YouTube as of now. Okay. So do not watch this video with any prejudice. This is a very important thing where 1-2 minutes I'll take because we received a lot of hate speech because of the prejudice nature of people. Okay, and unfortunately it's from Kerala state. So prejudice and blind views. What are the prejudice? Like all decisions made by BJP government are always right. Modi will never do anything wrong for the country. So this kind of thing, it's not right. Okay, then all decisions made by the BJP government are always wrong. They are good for nothing party. They are always looting India. This kind of thing also. Please, these people don't watch this video. Okay, even if you watch, please don't come and comment here and simply spoil the mood of others. Okay, then all from Gujarat are always good to see people, leaders like Modi, they are from Gujarat. You should believe Gujarat. They are very developed, Gujarat model. This kind of things, please keep it away. Then all from Gujarat are always bad. So Praful Patel, whatever he do, I don't take it. I don't want his this thing. Just take him away, call him away. Okay. Then always Kerala media news will be true. Kerala are very like literate people. Kerala model is successful. So whatever they should tell should be true. We have to blindly believe them. That also is wrong. And all Kerala people are false. Okay, they have this arrogance that they are this much literate people. So only they know the truth. So that kind of thing is also wrong. Okay. Then only Keralites care for Lakshadweep. Other states don't care. Because I have heard this personally. Okay, many people messaged me telling like, you don't understand like our feelings. Like we are the only ones who support Lakshadweep. Nobody else stands for the truth. We are ethically right. We are this thing, that thing. This kind of many lectures are coming. Okay, like nobody is great. Nobody is perfect. Okay, everybody has their own flaws and mistakes. And that is why these issues are going on in social media. Okay, then only BJP thinks for India's good. There's nothing like that. Every government, every party, every leader have been trying to do things for the betterment of this country only. So please do not watch this video ahead. You can stop this right here if you fall under any of this category. Okay, hope I'm clear. Now why I told this, because 2 days back we put out a video. Okay, some Malayali, that's Malayali, not Malayalis. Okay, Malayali stoops too low, edited the wiki page of Praful Patel. Okay, here like you can abuse person. You can put a post or put in your Facebook. Okay, this person, this particular whatever cowdung person or you are whatever, you put that post. Okay, you put that and then you tag that person's profile. Okay, at the rate, and you put that person's Twitter account, you put that Facebook account, Instagram account, whatever wherever he is there, let it reach him. Okay, or you write an open letter to them. You go and tag to Prime Minister, tag it to the government or the cyber cell, whatever you want, you can do. You have every right. But a wiki page is a public profile page. Okay, where people look there for learning. Even I was doing my research. That is when I landed up and found out this. So that's why we made a video. You can go and watch a video. It's like a 2-minute video only. Go and watch it. In this, I am just telling that this is incorrect. Please don't do this. But immediately these Kerala people who, now again I'm telling, I'm not blaming the entire Kerala people. Okay, I'm telling these people who commented under my video, they got triggered or they raised, I don't know what happened to them. They came and started commenting like this: ethics matters, sir. We Malayalis will be always with the sufferers and dare enough to stand with the truth. Never hesitate to respond. Okay, hesitate is spelling is incorrect. Please go and check that. So this ethics matters, sir. Nobody questioned your ethics. We Malayalis always with the sufferers. Nobody questioned that. We dare enough to stand with the truth. Nobody questioned that. And you can respond. Nobody again questioned that. We told just don't go and edit the public profile in Wiki. Okay. From that, you assumed that we are a BJP supporter. We are supporting Praful Patel. We don't like anything told bad against him. You have to tell bad. If someone is wrong, you have to tell bad. But please correlate. This is what is happening in social media. Somebody tells something, you misunderstand something, and you take that entire campaign to the level at what it is now in the country. Please don't do that. Okay, so this is the answer to this person who is again engaged in detailed chat there under my comment section. Usually I delete these kind of comments, but here it's like very interesting. Okay, who are you or why are you using stoops too low for Malayalis? First thing is I didn't use Malayalis. I told about that particular he or she who is obviously from Kerala because they have used Malayalam terms there in the wiki page. Okay, then immediately the great savior comes here and tells he is damn and true Andhbhakt. In his next video will prove the same. So this next video, what I'm doing now is the next video. Okay, so I hope all you get all your answers. Then again, this lady, okay, the same lady comes here and is like, who? So great teacher, but he really disappointed me. If I was such a great teacher in the last 3.5 years where I have put more than 450 videos, I have not seen a single comment from this particular profile telling one good thing about our lectures. Okay, so you did not care to do that, but now suddenly you are triggered and you have come and told like we have disappointed you. Okay, and I don't think I have to tell sorry that I have disappointed you because I don't know where I have disappointed you. Editing a profile of a wiki is wrong and we stand by that. Okay, so I hope you have got answers. We'll make a detailed video on this again if the comment flow is increasing. Okay, now gist of our research. Some things happened in the island are wrong, extremely wrong and not acceptable. Some things are misunderstood and is like simply taken away, carried forward. Some things can be solved by talking. Some things cannot be solved. That also we'll see at the end of this video. And the admin, as of now, it's better he is called back. Okay, this is what we take a stand. Okay, always people ask like take a stand. So what we feel is the administrator can be called back just to prevail peace in the island. Okay, so we'll see what or why in detail. Okay, so this is the plea to recall the Lakshadweep administrator Praful Patel. Okay, protests are going on as per the media reports. Then this parties. Okay, there are certain parties who is demanding the recall of this administrator, and they are telling like he is deliberately trying to destroy the peaceful life in the island. Okay, and even the Rajya Sabha MP, this Manam Karim, have written a letter to the Indian President Ramnath Kovind to recall the Lakshadweep administrator. Okay, because it's president who is appointing the administrator. So it's told like please recall him. And then Congress leaders who also I think he has written a very detailed post on Facebook telling like we stand with the protest. Okay, we are in solidarity with that. So this is happening. This is the issue. Okay, now internationally what I told is there is a request also raised at the United Nations. Okay, recently this I saw in I think yesterday's paper. United Nations Permanent Forum for Indigenous Issues. There is a permanent forum where anybody can raise any issue if it is related to your nativity, your people, you are like the original people there, then you can raise it to them like please look into this issue. So it has been taken to the UN level now. That is why it is international. Okay, so it's a very recent development which I think in other channels they have not reported. So what we'll discuss in this video, we'll discuss in detail about Lakshadweep for exam point sake of view, then the Kerala connection with Lakshadweep, then what are the problems. Okay, every problem in detail. So now you should know India has states as well as union territories. India has 28 states and India has 8 union territories. Okay, it was earlier 7 union territories. If you remember, when you studied in your school level, it will be like 25 states and 7 union territories. But many people are still by hearting the same. Many other developments happened. Okay, now it is 28 states and 8 union territories because Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh is not a state now. It is now 2 union territories. And then this Dadra Nagar and Daman Diu, which were separate union territories, are now merged into one single union territory. Okay, so Lakshadweep will come somewhere around here and it is the smallest UT among all the others. Okay, this is the basic of union territories. Now, Lakshadweep geography we'll see. It is an archipelago in the Arabian Sea, around 400 km off the southwestern Malabar coast of India, Kerala. That is in the left side of India. Okay, so it is a union territory and a district of India. In India, you should know there are around 700 districts and Lakshadweep, it's a district also, it's a UT also. Okay, so it is the smallest union territory of India and the total surface is just 32 square kilometer. Guwahati serves as the capital of the UT and the region comes under the jurisdiction of Kerala High Court. You should know that union territories usually will not have their own High Court. Okay, like Andaman Nicobar is under Calcutta High Court. Puducherry is under Tamil Nadu High Court. Same way, Lakshadweep is under Kerala High Court. Okay, the nearest state. And they have smaller courts. Okay, they have this municipal courts, they have this sessions courts, district court, that kind of court they have. But they don't have a High Court. Okay, High Court is in Kerala. Lakshadweep means 1 lakh islands in Malayalam, the most spoken language in the territory. But actually, it consists of only 36 islands, and that too now only 35 islands. That is because this Parali 1 island, which is part of an atoll, Bangaram atoll, submerged in the water due to sea erosion. Okay, it happened recently only, few years back, it got submerged. So now there are only 35 islands. The region does not have a unique flora, and almost all the plants can be found on the mainland of India as well. Okay, there's nothing unique there. Whatever flower you can find there, that will be there somewhere in the mainland India also. Okay, and there is absence of any major forest in the region, so they cannot do any forest related activities also there. Then the main islands are Kavarati, Agatti, Minicoy, and Amini. Okay, it is one of the 4 coral reef regions in India. So this, in my students, in comment section you can tell if this is one, then what are the other 3 coral reef region in India. Okay, it's actually a UPSC question, so you can go and comment into the comment section. Now Piti Island, which can be a potential question. Piti Island is an important breeding place for sea turtles and number of birds. Okay, it's important because there is a bird sanctuary also. Okay, you should know, like, there are many sanctuaries, parks, national parks, everything on the mainland, but in islands most people don't know that such things exist. Okay, in Andaman Nicobar also there is a sanctuary. Okay, marine sanctuary is there. Same like that in Lakshadweep there is a Piti Island where there is a bird sanctuary. Okay, so that's a GK for you. So this is the news about Parali 1, which vanished, and 4 others are shrinking fast. As per study, 4 more islands can shrink fast. Okay, because of climate change and water level rising, icebergs are melting, many things are there, so islands can go down. Okay. Now, the map of Lakshadweep, it looks something like this. So, if you see here, this Mangalore is wrong. Mangalore is actually outside Kerala. It's in Karnataka. So, here there's Kannur, this is Calicut, and this is Cochin. Okay, right now I'm recording this video from Kannur, if you want to know. And then these islands, if you see, okay, from Cochin, it is like 300, 400, 480, 450, and 398. This is the maximum range, okay, from Kerala. So, that's why it is like mostly dependent on Kerala, which you can see it in a positive note also, negative note also. Positive note because there is someone at least to give them the supplies. But negative note, like Lakshadweep is dependent on Kerala. Without Kerala, they cannot survive. Okay, so that is actually a negative note. So they should have their individual own development and self-sustenance. Okay, in the future at least. So that is, you can see it in both sides. Now, if you look a little more closer, the Minicoy is at the bottom, and this Bangaram island is here. Here only that Parali 1 island submerged. Okay, which is around 450, 460 kilometers away from here. Okay, and more details I'll tell you. We look into the history also after this geography. And if you see, there is something called 9-degree channel and 10-degree channel, which every YouTube channel is promoting, but no, they are not telling to the people. Okay, UPSC students will understand what is 9-degree channel and what is 10-degree channel. Okay, this is actually here, which separates the northern Lakshadweep islands with the Minicoy, and 10-degree channel is what separates Andaman with the Nicobar. This is nothing but the latitudes. Okay, you know, the entire world has imaginary lines like 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree. Equator will be obviously 0 degree. And where is equator? Much below India. So India, the bottommost point here, if you see, it's 8.4 degree north. Okay, 8.4 degree north, and here 37 degree north. Okay, so why it's north? Because we are entirely in the northern hemisphere. We are above equator. The nothing of India is below the equator. So we are in the northern hemisphere. Same way here, if you see, it's 68.7 degree, and here it is 97.5 degree, both east. Okay, this is also east, this is also east. Why? Because we are in the eastern hemisphere. We are the right side of London. We are the right side of Greenwich Meridian Time. So we are located in northeastern hemisphere. Nothing of India is there in west, nothing of India is there in south. Okay, now when you draw 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree lines like this, which is equidistant, when you reach 8 degree or 9 degree, it is somewhere here between Lakshadweep. And when you reach 10 degree, it is somewhere here, Andaman. And these are all important shipping routes. This is the meaning of 9 degree, 10 degree channels. Okay, and this is a UPSC question also. 10 degree channel was a UPSC question 3 to 4 years back. So I hope this is clear. Okay, like what is where and this all. And Tropic of Cancer passes through the center of India. That's also one info you should know. Okay, around 8 states touch it. Which are the 8 states? Try to find out. Now the history of Lakshadweep. As the islands have no aboriginal inhabitants, scholars have suggested different histories for the settlement of these islands. Okay, that means everybody has come and settled there. There is no original inhabitants. So archaeological evidence supports the existence of human settlement in the region around 1500 BC. Okay, that's around the Harappan civilization time. There is evidence that people used to live there. Okay, so islands have been known to sailors as indicated by an anonymous reference from the 1st century CE, okay, 1st century AD, to the region in the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. So a Greco-Roman work is there, which is a very famous one. So there also the island has been mentioned, okay, because sailors have told like there is an island existing in around that area. Then islands were also mentioned in Buddhist Jataka stories of the 6th century BC, okay, 600 BC. In Buddhist tales also, island of Lakshadweep is mentioned. Then Islam established in the region when Muslims arrived around 7th century AD. Okay, Islam religion was formed around that time and they were traveling across the globe. So that time they came and settled here. And that's how people who were existing there, they all slowly started to adopt the same religion. Okay, so they became of one identity. Okay, now during the medieval period, the 10th century AD and all, the region was ruled by the Chera dynasty, Chola dynasty, and finally the kingdoms of Kannur. Okay, Chera was a Kerala dynasty, Chola was a Tamil Nadu dynasty, and then Kannur dynasty. These are people who ruled there. Okay. Then the Portuguese arrived. You know, Vasco da Gama will come in 1498. So he will come, but they were all expelled by 1545. Then the region was under the rule of the Muslim house of Arakkal, who were vassals to the Kolatiri Rajas of Kannur, followed by Tipu Sultan. Okay, so like this, many kingdoms ruled, but Tipu Sultan also will die. When he will die? He will die in 1799 in the fourth Anglo-Mysore War, for which a detailed lecture 2 to 3 years back I've already uploaded in our channel. Okay, so most of the region passed on to the British, and with their departure, the Union Territory was formed in 1956. You know, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and the post-independence consolidation, all these things were happening. So this was formed as a UT in 1956. And the name that time was Lakshadweep's Minicoy and Amindivi group of islands. Okay, that name changed to Lakshadweep only in 1973. Okay, so this one, if you see map wise, Minicoy is the southernmost, Amindivi is the northernmost, and Lakshadweep is somewhere in the center. That is how the order in geography map is there. Okay, now the Lakshadweep population and culture. 10 of the islands are inhabited, and all of these people are ST category. Okay, scheduled tribe. At the 2011 Indian census, the population was around 65,000. The majority of the indigenous population is Muslims, and most of them belong to the Shafi school of the Sunni sect. You know, the Islam religion, they have this Sunni and Shia concept. So different countries will have, like Pakistan is Sunni, or Iran is Shia, Saudi is again Sunni, I think. So like that, they have different things. So here, most of the people are from this particular school of Sunni sect. The islanders are ethnically similar to the Malayali people of Kerala. That is the Maplas in Kerala. Maplas are the Muslim people in Kerala. So their culture relates to that. Okay. The islands are served by an airport at Agatti Island. Okay. The main occupation of the people is fishing and coconut cultivation, with the tuna fish being the main item of export. Lakshadweep has a sex ratio of 946 females for 1000 males, which is not a very bad number, and literacy rate of 92%. Okay, literacy doesn't mean they can speak fluent English or something. They can speak their languages, they can speak Malayalam. They are 100% school going literate people. Okay. Fertility rate in Lakshadweep is 1.4, which is way below the national average. Okay, because if you take other states like Bihar, UP and all, it's like 3.2 and all. One person can have 3 children, 4 children. That's how the fertility rate is there. Okay, so it's like very good as per the 2011 census. Malayalam with Malayalam script was introduced as the official language of Lakshadweep during the British Raj. Principal languages are Malayalam, then Jesri, which is the Dweep Bhasha or their own dialect, and then Mahal. Okay, Mahal is actually influence of the Minicoy. Okay, the people of Minicoy, the southernmost atoll, speaks Mahal, a variant of Divehi language spoken in the Maldives. So as I told, they are closer to Maldives, so there is a influence from there also. They know Malayalam also and Mahal also, which is actually a mix of everything. You mix Malayalam plus Arabic plus Sanskrit, it will become Mahal. Okay, because I've seen the original videos of how they talk and I've seen it. Okay. At the religion, Islam is 96 point something percentage as of 2011. Then other religions total will come up to around 5%. Okay, or 4% or even less than that. Now, Lakshadweep economy. Fishing is the main livelihood of the islanders, or else it's coconut fiber. Marine fauna are plentiful, like tons and tons of tuna fish is available. And June to November, because of the monsoons, you know, monsoon, how it hits, it comes from that direction only. It hits Kerala. This week, it's supposed to, like May 31, by that time it will come. Okay. So, that time, the industries comes to a standstill because you cannot do this coconut things, you cannot do this fishing thing. So, that's a very problematic thing. Okay. That is why tourism also has to be promoted. There is little economic inequality in Lakshadweep and poverty index is low. Okay. People are not like grand, rich, super rich and all, but they are all self-sufficient and very, very happy. Whoever have gone there have told like Lakshadweep people are the happiest people you will meet. Okay, always pleasant, always helping you in everything. Okay, so since such a small region cannot support industries, the government is actively promoting tourism as means of income in Bangaram and Kadmat Island. Okay, as of now, tourism is being promoted in these two islands. Bangaram is projected to become a major destination for international tourism. Then there is also a desalination plant. Okay, this is for UPSC students. Okay, there is like this seawater can be converted into drinking water with this technology, which was developed by National Institute of Ocean Technology under the Ministry of Earth Science. Okay, so it is there. And I think India gifted the same thing to Maldives also. Okay, these places, you know, it's like in the middle of the island and drinking water is a very big problem. Okay, so that is why these machines will help. Then tourists who have to go there essentially need a permission to visit the islands. Foreign nationals are not permitted to visit certain islands. According to the current alcohol laws of India, alcoholic beverage consumption is not permitted in Lakshadweep archipelago except on Bangaram Island. Okay, which I showed you. There is the only place where alcohol for in a resort is available as of now. Okay. And this is about, again, like how you can travel there, reach there. Like there are flights from Cochin, helicopters are there for inter-island transfer. Then it's like tropical climate and monsoon season, it is shut down. People cannot go there. There is relative rainfall. This is like a total about, I think, entire Lakshadweep, you would have got an idea. Now we'll go into the issues. For that, you have to understand the polity of Lakshadweep. So 10 of the islands are inhabited and they have panchayat system there. Okay. And they don't have a legislative assembly or a chief minister or a governor. Nothing is there. There is an MP at Lok Sabha. Okay, and every UT is like that. Okay, every UT except for those who have assembly, there will be only one MP or two MP maximum. Okay, and a president appointed, and in Rajya Sabha they won't have anyone also, they'll have only Lok Sabha, most of the UTs, okay, and a president appointed administrator. Smart City has been approved for Kavaratti capital in 2018. Smart City project, like 100 smart cities we'll make in India. That's the ambitious project of the government. And almost every state, okay, 28 states and 8 UTs, at least one of the city will be Smart City approved. Okay, it's not like only one. There are many places where 4 or 5 are approved. So in Lakshadweep also, one has been approved long back. Now the administration, if you see, these 5 UTs out of the 8, everywhere there is lieutenant governor. Okay, in Andaman, in Delhi, in Jammu, in Ladakh, in Puducherry, everywhere there is a lieutenant governor. But everybody won't have a chief minister. If you see here, Delhi has assembly, elected legislature. They have an assembly. Jammu and Kashmir has an assembly. Puducherry has an assembly. Meaning they have a chief minister, they have a lieutenant governor, and that is how they rule. But if you see Ladakh and Andaman, they have only a lieutenant governor. They don't have an assembly. They don't have a chief minister. They don't have a governor. Now, if you go here, other 3, Chandigarh, Dadar Nagar, Lakshadweep. These people don't have chief minister, don't have assembly, don't have anything. They have just an president appointed administrator. That is why he is one of the most powerful person there in terms of the Indian constitution given powers. Okay, this is not something made later. So this is how the system is in Indian polity. Now zooming into Lakshadweep again, these are the people who are appointed as administrator from 1956, as I told, from British we got it, and then it's like this many people are there, and almost everyone, I think everyone, were either an IAS officer, IPS officer, or an IB officer. They are all civil servants or someone who's related to that kind of sort. They are not politicians. Okay, so that is where the first debate will come, which we'll discuss as the issue. But if you see here the timeline, 5th December 2020, he was made the administrator. Okay, and Dinesh Sharma, 2020, what happened is, it's not like he resigned, he died. Okay, he died because of certain lung diseases, and that was there in the news. So after he went, this political appointment happened. So he died of some lung disease, even though I think it's not corona. It's not corona, even though it's a corona time. So he is an IPS officer and he's an IB, Intelligence Bureau officer, and he was not sent simply. November 2019, his appointment was made because of certain issues actually. Okay, that we'll see what were the issues. So again, another thing, the court, when all these things are happening, obviously the court is one powerful thing where everybody wants them to come and interfere. So court have told like, they have come down heavily on the way things are going on. Okay, they are not happy with how it's going, and they told after hearing because anybody can raise a PIL, like come and look into this. Okay, so the justice told like, we are aware of what is happening there. We do not have to rely on the social media reports and all these things, campaigning, whatever is going on. We have our own ways to know the things. Okay, so Kerala High Court have always, or any High Court for that matter, okay, Supreme Court, they have always taken a powerful stand for any issues, and they give proper responses that these campaigns and whatever is happening will never stand above them. Okay, so that is one good thing about Indian system entirely. Okay, every court is like doing a good job. Now we'll discuss the issues one by one, okay, which most of them are waiting for. So for understanding convenience, we will analyze all problems from both sides. Okay, those who want to recall the administrator, we'll term it like against admin. Those who do not want to recall the administrator, we'll tell like for admin. And then we'll take our stand, like what we believe or what is our understanding. We cannot take stand in every issue, but at least what is our understanding of what is the truth when we research. Okay, so what is our understanding on the issue, and all issues we'll try to put a screenshot from the bill PDF and also from the neutral newspaper reports. Okay, neutral because I am not going to take a BJP channel or a Congress channel. We are going to take what is like general. Okay, maybe like the Hindu Indian Express will be considered. Then some other channels are also there, the news channels which are like neutral. So we have taken screenshot from there. Now, why the issues look complicated? Okay, this is a question in every issue. Let it be Kashmir issue, let it be the Gaza issue, wherever, there will be always complication. Actually, there are issues, there are real issues, but some unnecessary issues are being put into the list just to make it, or just to make each parties stand stronger, meaning just to push their agenda. Okay, BJP Hindutva agenda will be coming in, or Islam or other Congress agenda will be coming in. So that makes it complicated. Okay, and like all other protest, the islanders protest is being hijacked by others with the vested interest. You know, like what happened, the farmers issue, it was going on with like few farmers raised some concern. Immediately some middlemen and some people took it over, and immediately the Khalistan movement moved in. Now it is like a totally different issue. Okay, it's like demanding about Punjab, demanding about this thing. It's a totally different issue now. So this is what happens. It is hijacked by the other vested interest groups, and the real issues we don't understand. The social media people just take whatever stand they want and they keep sharing things and make it complicated. Okay, so we will try to uncomplicate it. Okay, so issue 0. Why I call it 0? Because the appointment of this person itself is a problem now. Okay, it's not like the things which he tried to implement. The appointment itself is questioned. So issue 0, against admin. Till date, all administrators appointed at Lakshadweep are IAS IPS officers. So this appointment is not right. Okay, till that it is okay. Then after that, some people tell like he's from Gujarat. Okay, so that kind of things, as I told, please don't tell that kind of things. That is not an issue. He's from Gujarat is not an issue. Okay, so this is about the against admin stand. Now the for admin stand is there. Some people who are supporting the government and supporting the decision, they are telling yes, it's a political appointment, but it is done to implement the long pending development projects there. Like many years, like we are telling develop Lakshadweep, but nobody is able to implement it properly. So we need a strong politician there. This is what their stand is. Now our understanding or observation is that the appointment should have been ideally an IAS, IPS, IB officer. You should not have suddenly made a drastic change like this. Okay. Earlier, Dinesh Sharma was also posted there in 2019 after an intelligence report. Okay. There was a safety concern about the island. And that is why such a powerful IB person was sent. Same like that, you should have sent some an IB person or IAS person. Okay. So, since Patel's approach towards implementing development project is claimed to be not people friendly, he may be recalled and replaced with a civil servant, preferably from Kerala or Tamil Nadu. This is what we feel seeing the issues now. Okay. So why Kerala, Tamil Nadu? Because of the language problem, as I told. You are sending a North Indian person or someone who you cannot even, a local islander cannot properly communicate his actual pain. Okay, if he has a pain, he cannot communicate to the person. So preferably from Kerala or Tamil Nadu, whose language is similar to their language. Such a civil servant, if appointed, will be good. This is our take on this first issue. Okay, hope you understood the pattern. This is how we are going to discuss every issue. Okay, against admin, for admin, and our understanding. Okay. And this is like the 2019 May news. Kerala coast on high alert because some 15 Islamic terrorists moved towards Lakshadweep. So some concern was there. So center sent Dinesh Sharma, okay, the previous person. So he went there and he was looking into it. And but meanwhile, unfortunately, he passed away. And that is how now this politician is sent and now all problems are there. Okay, so government always sends correct people. This one, he may be correct, but because he's a politician, people are not liking it. It's better to recall him. Okay. Now, Lakshadweep quarantine rules. The second issue is the corona spreading. Okay. So, before that, we'll see what is the quarantine rule so that issue you will understand properly. Okay. What are the quarantine rules? This archipelago has 3 entry points. Okay. Kochi, Kozhikode, that is Calicut in Kerala, and Mangalore in Karnataka. Under the old standard operating procedure, the passengers would be quarantined for 7 days in guest house run by the UT administration in Cochin. Okay. In Cochin, they have a guest house run by the UT administration. So, there you have to stay 7 days. If anybody has to come to Lakshadweep, 7 days stay there. And also in 2 hotels taken there for this purpose before they took an RT-PCR test. So stay there 7 days, get a negative RT-PCR test, then come to Lakshadweep. But after reaching Agatti, you have to again stay 14 days quarantine. This was the thing. 21 days overall quarantine is there. Okay. So similar arrangements are there in Kozhikode and Mangalore also. So this is the existing one. Okay. Before December. Then in December, new SOP was issued, which did away with the quarantine period, both in mainland India as well as the Lakshadweep, meaning that 7 days thing also gone, 14 days thing also gone. According to new guidelines, to enter the UT, a negative RT-PCR report from an ICMR approved laboratory has to be given. Okay. So January news we'll see when he abolished it. So Lakshadweep administration does away with the quarantine system in Cochin on islands. Okay. And many strict surveillance measures are done. Moreover, the administration has taken all precautionary measures in view of the revised SOP by putting a system in place in Cochin, Baipur and Mangalore for strict surveillance and monitoring the movement of men and material from these entry points to the island. Considering the prevailing situation arising out of the revised SOP, Praful Patel, Administrator UT of Lakshadweep, has appealed to all citizens to remain peaceful and follow the revised SOP in letter and spirit so that together we can keep Lakshadweep COVID-free in the days to come. This is what he announced that day. Then public representatives, including the members of District Panchayat, Village Dweep Panchayat, have been sensitized and appraised about the precautionary measures that have been taken up by the administration. Consequently, with their support, Lakshadweep has been able to keep the situation normal and ensure the smooth functioning of government schools, hospitals, etc. So, that time, December, January, things were pretty good. Okay, everything was going fine. Then, in view of the revised SOP, as I told, surveillance is there and it has also ensured COVID care facilities in all 10 inhabited islands, the communication added. So this is the January news report. But in 4 months, May month, what happened? In span of 4 months, until 17 May, Lakshadweep has reported around 5,000 cases and 14 deaths. Okay, and it's around 7% of the entire population of about 70,000 infected by the virus. 70,000 is their population and 7% is the infected rate. The opinion on why Lakshadweep shows such a spurt in the numbers, however, differs. Okay, there's a debate here. So that is the first issue we'll discuss. Mohammed Faisal, the lone MP from the UT, blamed it on the decision to relax the stringent quarantine measures in December 2020. But the administration told that it was due to the virulent new strain and the movement of people as economy activity resumed. UT Administrator Praful Patel also said since the archipelago's main connection to the mainland was Kerala, it was but natural that the state surge in COVID cases would reflect in Lakshadweep. Meaning they are telling like in March, if you remember, Kerala cases suddenly shot to like a record high. Even now, every day 20,000, 25,000 cases are coming every day. Okay, so they are telling like because there is a connection, dependence on Kerala, obviously that will reflect here also. People are moving to and fro, so it will reflect. So these are the two stands taken by the UT and this thing. Now the issue we will see in detail. Responsible for spread of COVID. Okay, this is what being told. So again, certain people are telling he came away and took away all restrictions and spread COVID on the island by himself not following earlier protocol. Meaning he himself did not stay in 21-day quarantine. He came here, and more than 65% of the people are now COVID positive. Okay, this is what the against admin people are telling in social media. Now, for admin, yes, the timeline of spread is recent, but why would anyone do such a thing on purpose? This is what the pro admin people are supporting. Now, they are again telling explanation for that. Lakshadweep main income sources coconuts and fishing. Earlier, governments focused less to boost the tourism potential on the island, which is equal to Maldives. So, if we shut down the island for a long time, the economy won't sustain. So, only after all the states in mainland started opening shopping complexes, theatres, etc. by October 2020, Lakshadweep SOP was also changed in December 2020. So, just like all states got affected by the second wave, Lakshadweep also got hit. So, meanwhile, that time, if you see entire negative things, it will not be good. You have to see what are positive things also happened. So, there is a Lakshadweep clean campaign which is going on. So, it's not the administrator, I think it's someone else. Okay, someone else in the department, they were doing this kind of campaigns also. Okay, extra knowledge. Now, our understanding of the issue. Yes, it is spread after the new SOP. Like entire Indian administration and experts failed, Lakshadweep admin also failed and did not expect a second wave and followed the mainland. There was actually a court case that time. Court case in Kerala a few months ago when the COVID protocols were changed in the island. Originally, social media netizens wanted action to be taken on the administrator, but the court ruled against it. Final ruling of the Kerala High Court, the COVID protocols are not decided by the administrator. It is amended and announced time to time by the Disaster Management Authority. Okay, the state or UT Disaster Management Authority. But here one catch is there. The chair of this Disaster Management Authority is the Lakshadweep administrator himself. Okay, for the state, for that UT. So, you cannot completely tell like somebody else decided it. Okay, it's like he is also involved in the decision of the SOP changing. Okay. Collector Askarali, okay, he's there in like news like last many days. Yesterday also very detailed interview he have given. He have told that it was wrong to blame the surge in cases entirely on the relaxation in quarantine measures. He also had added that surge was due to two main reasons: the increased movement of people with economic activity resuming and the very high transmission rate of the new strain. So this is the explanation which collector has given. We can give only authentic sources. So this is what the response have come after the to and the against and pro this thing. Okay. So that's about the corona issue. Now the beef ban. Against admin, beef is banned in Lakshadweep to hurt the sentiments of Muslims. For admin, people are telling what is done now is meat or non-veg ban for children in schools. Request was raised by certain members of the education board in Lakshadweep that meat in school is not good for children and it reduces their concentration level. So we could stop it. So decision have been instructed by the administrator Praful Patel directing the same. Okay, this is what for admin. And even I heard like some BJP leaders telling like it is actually the Modi government who introduced meat in the first place, like 4 years or 5 years back in the midday meal. Till then it was vegetarian meals, and it is like Modi government who introduced meat. Okay, I think eggs were there, but meat was introduced by government, and now they themselves are taking it off. Okay, so that I have not found any source for that, so I did not put it here. Okay, I could not find any newspaper or anything telling like Modi government introduced meat. Anybody, if you know in Lakshadweep, you can go and inquire whether actually meat was given to children before 2014 or not. Okay. Now, our understanding, there is a ban. Okay, there is a draft Lakshadweep Animal Preservation Regulation 2021 bill. I have gone through the entire bill, and in that bill, it is being told that you cannot kill cows, calves, bullocks, bull. I'll show you the screenshots also. So it is there, and it was kept on public opinion. Favorable opinion was not received, and because of that, that is still a bill. Actually, this kind of bill exists in many states, if you know. Okay, many states are there, but it doesn't become an act because people don't support it. Okay, or the opposition will not support it, so it doesn't become an act. But BJP government has tried this in multiple states. They have tried it and failed. Okay, they are in power in Goa. They are power in Northeast. They are not able to implement this. There, people are eating beef because if you touch these kind of things, okay, then they will not get the votes there. Okay, so same thing they tried in Lakshadweep also. Home Minister is examining the bill now. The school thing, when we inquired, it is found that meat is banned. Okay, meat is banned, but eggs and fish will be available. Okay, this is what collector responded yesterday. Collector told like, what we have done is meat ban according to whatever these people are telling. Okay, education board, some discussion happened and meat is banned, but eggs and fish will be made available in the midday meal scheme. Okay, and however, whatever happened, we believe that a bill should not ever exist in the first place. Okay, no one should control the eating habit of anyone. So this bill has to be repealed, and BJP should not try to pass this kind of act in everything. Okay, if like Uttarakhand and all, for example, their 90-95% wants it. Okay, they want the beef ban, so that is different case. But other places where people don't want it, such a bill, please, it should not be coming into picture in the first place. Okay, because it's come only this much discussion is happening. Okay, and this is the article here is telling, if you need to slaughter any animal, you have to get a certificate. But but there is an exception. If the animals fall under cow, calf, bull, bullock, certificate will not be given. Okay, and everywhere it's written, no selling of beef, no buying of beef, no transport of beef, nothing is allowed. Okay, this is a very detailed thing is there. Now, same in the last video, the people, okay, very, very genius people have been telling like, sir, go through this draft. It is told there is beef ban, there's this thing, that thing. We did not even tell about these issues in the last video. Okay, we told that last time, please don't go and edit the wiki page. But because of that, he supposed we are a BJP supporter, we are like anti this thing, we will tell like, okay, beef should be banned. So his entire frustration came here for, I don't know, okay, this cruel intentions of the ruling regime. He's telling as if like Akbar or Shah Jahan is ruling this country. Okay, so he's this much frustrated people. Please stay away from our channel. Okay, because we have not even told. If something is told and you react, we can understand. Okay, so hope you got your answer. Beef is, yes, there is a bill to be banned. Whatever you told, great things are correct. But I don't know why you shouted at the first place when we told about Wikipedia page. Okay, now issue 3, liquor allowed. To hurt sentiments of Muslims, BJP wants to overflow liquor in the island. Okay. Liquor can be served for tourists by taking needed license for those who apply. This is the 2 stance. This is not a new thing as well. Long back, this is already processed in Bangaram Island. Now it is being extended to more islands. Even in Gujarat, which is a dry state, there are rules to make the same thing happen for tourists. This is what the for admin people are telling. Now, our understanding, Collector Asghar Ali has clarified that liquor is only for tourists and not for locals. For tourism, granting liquor license in hotels seems to be fine. No one should or can control the drinking habits of anyone. Same like the eating habits. Okay. Liquor ban should not exist anywhere in the country. Restrictions can apply. Okay, like this much age group should not buy, or this much overflowing should not be there. Everything should be under maybe a tax bracket. So there should be a limit. Okay. And people who don't want to drink can choose not to consume it. And anyway, here as collector has clarified, they are not going to open liquor shops entire islands. Okay, they are going to again give to only those resorts or islands or whatever where tourists are going to come. Their license can be applied and it can be given same like Bangaram Island. So this is our understanding about the liquor issue. Okay, another judgment is there. Madras High Court recently had passed a judgment saying we cannot always make laws just to keep the majority of an area happy. India is a pluralistic society and everyone's needs should be considered. Okay, this was against the BJP government actually, this ruling came. Now, this again goes in favor of them also. Okay, because there it's like Muslims or maybe their beliefs are different. An island or a resort giving liquor, that need not be protested. Okay, that's what we feel. And this High Court judgment is in favor of that. Okay, allowing religious intolerance not good for a secular country, says the High Court. Now the issue number 4, land regulation, which is a very serious issue also. So this will make a detailed video separately also and cover in our materials also. My test series students, everybody will get the detailed PDFs. Okay. Now against admin, destroying people's house and plans to sell to corporates. Okay. Sorry for the spelling. Then for development, some people will have to shift houses. It's for longer good. So our understanding is, this is the bill, Draft Lakshadweep Development Authority Regulation 2021, a very big bill. I took a lot of time to read the entire thing. So it's like very detailed. That's why I told I have to make a separate video on that. Now, what is the aim of that bill in general totality? If you see, it's like development, tourism boost, more roads, Maldives model, tourism, and then internet cables around, I think 1072 crore project. Okay, like under the ocean, you will be putting cables, optical fibers, and you will get a high speed, 100 Gbps speed in Lakshadweep. Okay, that in Andaman also it's going on. Okay, that's a development thing. So all these things are mentioned in this development thing. So there are various unacceptable clauses. Okay, this bill has to be actually repealed or modified. That's what I feel when I read this, because people will be like forcefully made to relocate from their places, evictions will happen, and also there is penalty for non-compliance. If you don't listen to them, then there will be a penalty. So this is not right. So the way to implement development, that is not right here, is this bill. Okay, this bill I have gone through and I am not happy with what it is. So Lakshadweep people have lived together for generations, so drastic changes can hurt their lifestyles. If development has to be done, it has to be planned in much more sustainable way. So this bill, according to me, it has to be repealed. Okay, you cannot impose this, like anybody can buy anybody's land and then give it to anybody. That is wrong. Okay, some more discussion has to be done for this bill. Now, issue 5. Port rerouted from Bepur, Kerala to Mangalore, Karnataka. Okay, which is not actually an issue, but I'll tell you. BJP wants port in Karnataka so that the island can be disconnected from Kerala. This is what the against admin people are telling. For admin people are telling, because of unnecessary duties, strikes, etc. in Kerala, there has been a long pending demand to move towards an advanced port where movement happens freely. Okay, even Lakshadweep MP Faisal had told about this demand on TV long back. So our understanding is that this is one example of an issue which is forcefully listed among all the real issues. I told in the starting of the video, there are many things which are simply put inside this. So this is actually in real a long pending demand. Okay, from long time this Bepur facilities are not good. They don't have advanced this thing, and turnaround time is too much high. You go and come, it's like a very hectic process. Okay, because of certain things. So it's actually the implementation which is happening now. Okay. Only doubt we have is, if Bepur was not good, why can't you shift it to Cochin port? Why you have to take it to Mangalore port? Because Cochin is also one of the most advanced port. If you know, there are 12 major ports in this country. Okay, you try to find out which are the 12 ports. So if you don't want Bepur, you can shift it to Cochin, which is again nearer to Lakshadweep also. Okay, so why is it not done? That is one question or doubt which we can have. Okay. So there is nothing wrong in shifting away from Bepur, but since the island people language is Malayalam, Cochin would be a better option. This is what we think. Okay, when I discussed with some friends also, this is what opinion most of the people are giving. Okay, but there can be any other reasons. Maybe Mangalore has something better or something is there. Okay, in terms of this thing. But if we go to Wikipedia pages, both are kind of same. Only difference you will find is that the Mangalore port has an advantage, like various length vessels. They can of different sizes, right? They can be accommodated together, and they can handle some mechanized equipments, and the turnaround time is best. Okay, 1.7 days. So it's the best among all major ports in the country. So maybe this can be one reason. But again, because of the language problems and all, I feel Karnataka, Kannada region and this thing. So it's better maybe Cochin, if possible, it can be moved to Cochin. This is what we feel. But moving away from Bepur, please don't make it an issue on social media, and please don't fight on this. Okay. Now issue number 6, crime rate and jails. Crime rate in Lakshadweep is 0. Even their jail is shut down because of that. Okay, this is based on people's opinion against the admin. Then for admin, after every election, there are political crimes there. Congress, NCP people have been recently burnt, destroyed each other's properties. There are no jail prisoners there because outside settlement is followed. The case are discussed and compromised in the presence of local leaders and never taken before the law. Okay, so this is what they are telling. Now, our understanding is, wherever there are humans, there will be crimes. Okay, so you cannot tell 0 crimes. Okay, ratio may vary. It's very less. Okay, we even check the NCRB, that is the National Crimes Record Bureau, where all the reported cases are there. It indeed suggests that the crime reported are among the lowest at Lakshadweep. Okay, crime reported are among the lowest at Lakshadweep. Recently, Supreme Court Advocate Ranjit Marar, okay, I have seen an interview, he has told that there are cases of underreporting there, and also about several cases of arrest also happening there, and moving bail applications for people there, because they are the court, they know like how many bails are being moved, all these things they know. So he's telling there indeed is lot of things happening. It's not like nothing happens there. So 0, please go and fight in social media. Okay, even if you are supporting or against, don't use incorrect data. Okay. These are multiple, sorry, it's actually there are multiple newspaper report which suggest that the crimes in Lakshadweep are not reported to the police stations due to various reasons. That happens in many northeast states as well. Okay, this outside court settlement, outside this thing, people like the head of the serpents kind of person will stand in the center and they will discuss. This happens in most places. Okay, so Lakshadweep also it happens. Women and children protection related platforms are absent at Lakshadweep. I'll show you the newspaper articles for this. Then such basic platform can be made available, and inquiry can be done if there is actually underreporting. Okay, because everybody are telling now underreporting, like Supreme Court advocate and all. So you should at least go and inquire again. Okay, whether it's true. So 2016-17 articles I was going through, this news is actually there. Okay, underreporting keeps crime down in Lakshadweep. Okay, then the CIF officially started its session in Lakshadweep from January 29. Okay, CIF I'll tell you. Okay, it's a Childline Foundation. So here if you see, okay, according to Child Life, this thing, there is an act in India, like Juvenile Justice Act, okay, for people or children and all. So it was a 1986 act, but we updated in 2015. But in Lakshadweep, the updated one is still not being used. Okay, they are still following the old rules, and the stricter measures are not being used. Okay, so here the CIF team has told, like there are people working, women, madrasa, everyone are working, and it has only recently that one POXO case was reported from Minikoi Island. Okay, so cases are not getting reported. Also, when they set up this thing, okay, office or something for this, they set up in the Kavarati capital. Okay, so other islands people, what they do, instead of taking the pain to go to the Kavarati and report and take case and all, they are solving it by themselves. This is the news in 2017. Okay, and they do not have separate platforms like Child Welfare Committee, Child Protection Unit. Okay, the Childline have been intervening in the issues where children have been deprived of their rights and offering sessions for volunteers in school. Okay, they have brought out several abuse cases where small children are targeted. By setting up a similar branch in Lakshadweep, they want to highlight the child rights violation on the island. So, like these things have been happening. Okay, in 2016-17 onwards. Now, local people arrested. Next issue. he, that is Praful Patel, is arresting people, calling them terrorists. For admin, the protest against, to protest against administrator and central government, certain party youth at the island engaged in hate speech and flex printing against the government, prime minister, etc., for which they were taken into custody. This is the for admin people is telling. Now, what we have researched and understood that there were anti-CAA NRC posters. Okay, when this person was coming, Praful Patel was coming on his path everywhere, this kind of posters were there, and a lot of hate speech and abuses like center against. You already saw, right, how the people are reacting on social media. They are abusing, they are putting these posters. So these kind of things were there. All were taken down, and 5 people were arrested starting, and then some more youth were arrested. So this happened. Okay, this is not the citizens or the people living there. This is the party workers who belong to different party and their agenda were voting. They were arrested. So in fact, there's no terrorism angle. Like you're telling, like you're calling them terrorists. Terrorism angle is not there as of now. And one thing administrator can do is he should actually allow the peaceful protest. Nobody can tell like we made a law, you have to go by it. Okay, if CAA they feel it is wrong, they can protest against it. Okay, it should be peaceful protest, and anything passed by the government should be questioned. Okay, they have the right for that. But if there is violence or hate speech beyond a limit, warnings can be given, like this is not allowed or this is like against the constitution. You can tell that, and arrest can follow. This is what the actual thing should be there. Not like you just because you told something against CAA, you cannot arrest someone. Okay. And this, if you see, okay, people keep telling like I have freedom of speech, I have expression, constitution gives me that. Some people read up to this, but under this it's written in this subclause, everything is not granted for you. Okay, if you tell something against the sovereignty and integrity of India, if it's like affecting our relation with foreign states, if it is like not decent, it's affecting the morality, if there is defamation, or if there's like incitement to an offense, meaning what you told triggers someone to take a knife and go and hit some or kill someone, then it doesn't come under your freedom of speech and expression. Okay, you cannot go and like your father is sitting in your house, go and abuse him, telling like, okay, I have given, the constitution has given me right, I can tell you whatever you want. Okay, there is minimum decency, minimum morality which has to be kept. Okay, so that is given in the Article 19. So this is just for people who keeps telling about this freedom of speech and expression on the internet for each and everything. Okay, you should know what is allowed in the constitution in totality. Okay, now this Gunda Act. So again, zero crime rate here. Why such a draconian act? This is what against admin. Now for admin, there is crime rate, and also Lakshadweep has threats to drugs, terrorists, etc. This is what the for admin people are telling. Now, our understanding is this is the bill name, Draft Lakshadweep Prevention of Anti-Social Activities Regulation Act. That is PASA 2021. This is what is called the Gunda Act also. Okay. So there is indeed petty crimes, but Lakshadweep people are not involved in terrorist activities as of now. There is no proof, there is no evidence that Lakshadweep people are there in any such terrorist activities. Okay. They are actually extremely secular national citizens who shall not engage in anti-national activities, because we have seen lot of videos in the last few days to make this video. Okay, I've seen a lot of vloggers talking with the locals. They are actually like very national people. They are always like about the national anthem, about the national integration, about our freedom fighters. They are very, very proud about that, about the Indian this thing. So they are not someone who is like isolated, and they are not someone who promotes any Islam language, Islam religion, or one particular Hindutva religion. They don't have any particular agenda like that. They are very innocent, very national secular people as far as we have seen or researched. Okay, so this kind of act, Gunda Act, was actually not required. Okay. Regarding drugs and misguided youth, there are reports. There are reports like there have been youth caught with drugs. There are like drugs have been shipped towards there. There are terrorists moving towards there. It's all towards there or something which is happening very isolated cases. Okay, or maybe investigations required. But arresting is different from Gunda Act. Gunda Act is like our Rowlatt Act in the British days. Okay, Rowlatt Act is where anybody can be arrested. There is no this thing arrest warrant. You can arrest. You can keep it like without public disclosure. You can keep him like a secrecy. That should not be there. Okay, if anybody is arrested, they should have their rights also to go against that also. Okay, have a lawyer and file bail application. Okay, so laws are needed under IPC to take action against crimes, but Rowlatt kind of act is not required. So this act actually should be modified. Okay, and the newspaper reports which I was telling, there were report of multiple bomb blasts in Sri Lanka some time back. At the same time, in 2019, there were intelligence report regarding the movement of 15 ISIS terrorists from Sri Lanka to Lakshadweep Island. This is when Dinesh Sharma was sent. Okay, IB person was sent. Then in 2020, a youth trying to smuggle drugs to Lakshadweep was arrested in Cochin. Okay. And in 2021, 80 nautical miles away from Lakshadweep, arms and drugs, like 300 kilo drugs, this thing that you would have already seen. So I have not put that screenshot. That is there. Okay. And then youth arrested with ganja in Cochin. As I told, this is the latest news. That's why I took. Okay. He's actually a native of this Kadammat island in Lakshadweep. So this kind of news are there. But for this Gunda Act doesn't seem right. Okay. Now the next issue, 2 children policy for election. Okay, which is again a very misunderstood issue, which I have to explain. Now BJP brings in new draconian island violating Article 14 so that all present leaders can be stopped from contesting elections. Okay, here this new, present, both are wrong. I will explain. Then for admin, it is not a new law and it is to control population. This also I will explain. Okay. Now what is our understanding? There is this bill, draft Lakshadweep Panchayat Regulation 2021. So as I told, the fertility rate is very, very low compared to the national average, and this is based on 2011 census and population explosion. I don't think there is any population explosion there. Okay, but the next census, which is happening now, which should happen now, that will give you a latest date, like whether like tripled their population or something drastic happened. That you have to know only after the census. But as of now, there is no population explosion. Okay, so you don't need to control this actually on latest date. Okay, as I told, latest data. Then one thing you can do is implement this population control bill across India, like everywhere, like no, like China has it. 2 children, more than 2 children should not be there. More than 3 children should not be there. Or even if it's there, then you cannot participate in this political activities. So do it uniformly. Don't do it like a particular place. That too, where a place where there is no population explosion. Okay, you can do it in UP because there its problem is there. You can do it in Bihar. Their problem is there. So if there is a need, do it or do it across India. Do not force it on Lakshadweep. Okay. And now this new thing, the law is actually not new. It is already in place in Congress ruled states like Rajasthan, Maharashtra, etc. And also other states like Gujarat and Odisha. Okay, so everywhere this thing have been experimented in Panchayat level. Now, law will apply only after the commencement date. This is what people are not understanding. Present leaders, everybody is not being stopped. Okay, if presently anybody has 3 to 4 children, they can still contest the election, provided that their child count won't increase. Meaning, you have 4 children now. Now, like suppose this act comes into implementation tomorrow. Then when election is happening after 1 year, that time you should still have 4 children. You should not have 5 children. Okay, that is where the thing is. So it's not like because you have 3 children, you are now banned. You are now recalled from your this thing. Okay, so that slight misunderstanding is there. So this is the bill. I went through the bill entirely. So one of the clause, this 14 number, no person shall be a member of a Gram Panchayat or continue as such who, under that many things are there. Under that this is there, has more than 2 children. So this cutout alone is taken and published, telling like all with 3 children will be now stopped or disqualified. That is wrong. Here it's written, provided that a person having more than 2 children on the date of commencement of this regulation shall not be disqualified under this clause as long as the number of children he had on the date of such commencement does not increase. As I told, you have 4 children, 5 children, fine. But see to it that you again don't increase it. So that is called controlling population. Okay. And again, suppose it's like 1 child. You have only 1 child now. And the next delivery, it becomes a twins or a triplet. So it's like cross 2 children. But that doesn't count because it's a 1 delivery. It's considered as 1 child only. Okay. So that will not be counted. Then again, child does not include an adopted child or children. If you adopt some 10, 15 children, that doesn't mean you have more than 2 children, you cannot contest. That's also allowed. So this is the explanation of the bill. Again, I am not justifying that this is being imposed and it is right. That explanation I have already given in the starting. But the misunderstanding which is going on, that at present whoever has more than 2 children, everybody will be stopped, that is wrong. And I hope I have clarified it and this is not explained in any other video. Okay. Now issue number 10, dairy shutdown. So milk business is one of the primary business here. You shut down that to make Gujarati corporate rich. This is the against admin stand. Now for admin stand, Gujarat milk dairies, that is 2 of them, government milk dairies, 2 of them are shut down as it is not profitable. To produce 1 liter milk packet sold at rupees 35, total expense comes around 800 rupees due to the cost of maintenance because animal feed is there, animal milk production capacity is there. Then because of that, the government has decided they will shut down their farms and Amul packets will be delivered instead directly, buy from Gujarat and give it to here. Okay. So our understanding of the issue is milk is first thing, not the primary business at Lakshadweep. Okay, I already explained the complete economy, so you will be by now knowing that. And then private milking business, if any, it is still continued, I believe. There is no rule or nothing in that act telling like nobody should do any business, everybody should forcefully buy Amul packets. I think nothing of that sort is there. Then all animals under the Department of Animal Husbandry will be auctioned. Okay, they have already started it, I think, the process. Meaning they are going to shut down the government milk dairies alone, which is only 2 farms now, which is around 30-35 cows. So anybody can buy that cow. Okay, so that is what I believe. Then fodder comes from Kerala and the grass are selected from selected islands of Lakshadweep. So that is where the expense come in. You have to import, export all these things and then only make a 1 liter milk. Okay, and their capacity is I think around 100 liters per day. The government capacity. Government can make only this much. So they themselves cannot give to the entire thing. The other private also should be involved. So they are telling this is too much costly for us. So we will shut it down. Okay. And now one reason for all this hate and speech, because it's also not a very significant issue, but here they are telling maybe because Amul is from Gujarat, the opposite, this default blind hatred might be there. Okay, so if that is the concern, a simple solution is don't take Amul, take some other brand, okay, and give it to them. But the intention here, I believe, is that it is not profitable. So you need a direct packet milk. So take the Kerala brand of milk, whatever it is, and give it to them. If you feel Amul is from Gujarat and it is not good, we don't want to make Gujarat corporate is rich. Okay. But Amul, I think it's like India's #1 brand. Okay, it's exporting to various countries also. So Not sure. Okay, but still, these are like very, very silly issues. So I don't think it's a problem. You can take your own stand. This is our understanding. Okay. So this is actually taken from yesterday's Indian Express. Now, issue number 11. Fishermen sheds are destroyed. Against admin. Administrator destroying all fishermen sheds and making their life worse. For admin, they are telling only few illegal ones are destroyed. Our understanding, the island administration has demolished huts erected by fishermen along the coastline, alleging violation of Coastal Regulation Zone and Coast Guard Act. You know, there is a CRZ rules. Okay, it keep changing every 2-3 years. So that time, I think actually a waiver was given. Okay, their sheds. Okay, these sheds were built by fisher folk to keep their nets and fishing gear. These sheds were constructed under an exemption provided to the fisher folk, meaning actually it is violating this rule. That is true only. It is violating Coastal Regulation Zone. But the previous administration, I think, they gave a waiver. Like, okay, you can keep your sheds here. You can maintain the nets and gear near to the ocean. But this administration reversed it. There is no more waiver. You have to follow the actual original rules, which every state is following. Kerala, Karnataka, whichever 9 coastal states are there, whatever they are following, you will also have to follow. So it was demolished. This is what has happened actually. Now, but again, people doesn't understand this. What is the correct limit? Where is the CRZ rules? Here, what all can come? Where will resort come? Where will houses be there? So that detailing, okay, and the demolition which has been done has to be explained clearly by the admin or the collector. Like he is explaining everything very nicely. So you people have to come forward and explain it to the people. Like this is what is done. Okay, because in media what is showing is like if one house or one shed is destroyed, that is shown again, and shown like entire Lakshadweep is burning now. But that's not the case. So please understand the fact, and to understand these people, the responsible people have to come forward and explain it more. Okay, this is also taken from yesterday's Indian Express paper. Now 12, road expansion. The whole island is small, no one has big vehicles, then why are you making this big road, 7 meters, 15 meters, 12 meters, this much wide roads, what you will do here? So for admin is, roads, airport runways, etc. are going to be expanded for the future tourism boost. Our understanding is, Collector Askar Ali, what he has told is, he has come up with full details on the schemes. That video I have put in yesterday in my Vysh courses channel, his speech. So, he actually has to talk more and clarify this road expansion project details as well. Since Lakshadweep is a potential for tourism, it indeed has to be developed. You can do development. There are many uninhabited islands. There you can go and development. Like Bangaram and all, people are less, I think. So, only for tourists or foreigners, there it can be done. Okay. But in a sustainable way by taking people into confidence. This is what we feel about road expansion. Okay, just like that, you cannot convert overnight a people living area into a road project or a smart city project. Okay, now the last issue, we'll wind up the video. BJP has an agenda. So against admin, BJP, Sangh, Bhakt, all these names you would have seen. The students are calling me. Okay, so I don't know why. So they are calling this, and they want to make Lakshadweep another Kashmir. Okay, this is what they are telling. Now for admin people, they are telling development is being done so that it doesn't become like the old Kashmir. Okay, before it was like a state and like it was like fight all the time, stone pelting all the time. Because Lakshadweep doesn't turn that way in a communal way. That is why development is done. That is what for admin people are telling. Now, our understanding, this is again an unwanted topic being fought on social media based on political stand. This is not what you have to debate. You have to look for their eating, drinking, your whatever is being touched with their lifestyle. That is what you have to question. Okay, not this kind of political issues. Okay, prejudice against a party cannot be debated or solved. Okay, so pro BJP, anti BJP, pro admin, anti BJP, pro Kerala, these things and all we cannot debate. Okay, that's what in the starting of the video I told. There are issues which cannot be solved. This will not be solved. How much ever you try, whatever even God comes onto the earth, you cannot solve this issue. Okay, so this better you don't involve in this kind of points when fighting. Like BJP has an agenda, Sangh Parivar has an agenda. Don't use these kind of words. Use the facts and fight with the friends or colleagues or your family. It's good to debate. Okay, so we need not or should not waste time in this thing. If development is done in a sustainable way, support it. Else oppose it, but with the facts. Don't spread the rumors. Like again, I think I showed you. Like they are telling 67% population affected by corona. It is 7%. I am not justifying that 7% is good, but please don't use the wrong data and go and fight. Okay, so this is that much simple the issue, but it's gone complicated because of the social media campaign. Now the last one, GK fact, and we'll close the video. Entire Lakshadweep group of islands has been declared as an organic agricultural area under the Participatory Guarantee Scheme PGS of India. That is, if you know, Sikkim was declared as the first organic state of India in 2016. That is, they don't use a single chemical fertilizer, nothing, everything is organic. But that is a state. A UT, Lakshadweep is the first UT to get that status. Okay, first union territory to become 100% organic as all farming is carried out without the use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, providing access to safer food choices and making agriculture a more environmental friendly activity. So this entire area, 32 square kilometer, has got this status. Okay. And they have got required declarations, everything under the Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. So this scheme, UPSC students, please go and revise. Question will come. Then earlier, UT administration had put a uniform ban. Everything was banned from 2017 onwards. That we are trying to make it a chemical-free zone. So it's like that much clean area, you can tell. Okay, now this PGS, Participatory Guarantee Scheme, it is a process of certifying organic products which ensure that their production takes place in accordance with laid down quality standards. The certification is in the form of a documented logo or a statement. It is implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare. Okay, so exactly 1 hour. I expected like 145 minutes to 1 hour. So please subscribe to this channel. A lot of research was involved in giving you the right facts. I'll wind up this video. Thank you and have a nice day. But please subscribe. Okay, thank you.